Today, Governor Dalrymple met with North Dakota legislatures to report on the state of our state. Governor Dalrymple announced that the state is seeing significant growth in all of its industries. A national study shows that North Dakota is the only state whose economy is better now than it was 2 years ago. At 2.7%, North Dakota has the lowest unemployment rate in the country. It also has 17,000 job openings. The governor said that the state's strong economic standing will allow lawmakers to consider more tax breaks in the future. The governor said the most important thing North Dakota legislatures should be working on right now is creating a disaster recovery package. Areas throughout the state have been affected by flooding and thousands need aid. He also said, quote, "After several consecutive years of having to repair flooded roads, some townships are carrying a debt load that would take decades to retire. Obviously, this situation is not sustainable," end quote. Lawmakers will be debating these issues through the end of the week. Well, this Thursday is the 6th annual Character in Leadership Conference on the Jamestown College campus. With me here in studio today are two senior Character in Leadership students, Jacie Fabro and Megan Olson. Thank you both for joining me today. I understand we have a very special guest coming this year, is that correct?
That is.
Yep. Her name is Roxana Saberi, and she is an Iranian-American young woman who was captured and arrested in Iran in 2009 and was accused of being a spy. It should be a very interesting conference.
She is a native of North Dakota. She is originally from Fabro and went to school at Concordia and was Miss North Dakota back in 1997, I believe. So, touches close to home for a lot of people.
All right, could you tell us what else we can expect at this year's conference?
The evening will begin at 6 p.m. with the reception in the Ryland Fine Arts Center with hors d'oeuvres, and at 6:30, attendees will be able to select from 3 breakout seminars. The seminar presenters are the Reverend Terry Anderson, pastor of the Montpelier Lutheran Church, Monica Hannon, news director and anchor at KFYR Bismarck, and Steve Listbat, who is assistant professor of communication and director of the Student Media Center here at Jamestown College.
Okay, now is this event open to the public, and how can people go about getting tickets for it?
Yep, this is definitely open to the public. Tickets are $8 for individuals and $12 for couples or families. They can be reserved by calling the box office at 701-252-3467, extension 2435, or they can also send an email to tickets@jc.edu or by clicking the community link, our Ryland box office at the Jamestown College homepage.
All right, is there anything else we should know about this event?
Seating for the public is limited to 250 people, so encouraged to reserve tickets right away.
All right, thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
According to Western officials, a United Nations report shows strong evidence that Iran has been working on explosives technology that could be used to trigger nuclear weapons. There is no conclusive evidence at this point, however. Iran is hoping to pass off the report as a propaganda campaign created by the United States and Israel to help justify an attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. The report mentioned an explosives testing facility at a military base known as Parchin. Officials say this facility is believed by some to be a testing facility for a device that could be used to start a nuclear explosion. Iran admitted in the past that it was testing explosives at Parchin, but insisted none of the work being done was on nuclear weapons. 7 years ago, the International Atomic Energy Agency was allowed to tour Parchin and found no evidence of nuclear activity. The now former Prime Minister of Greece agreed to step down and let a new Prime Minister form a new government. Prime Minister George A. Papandreou resigned today. The new Prime Minister and government will move forward with the debt relief deal that was struck with the European Union. Greece has been in a political deadlock since it was plagued with severe financial problems in the past 2 years. The deal will isolate Italy's much larger economy from Greece's financial crisis. It calls for layoffs of many government workers as well as monitoring of Greece's government to make sure it's restructuring the government as it agreed to. The restructuring should promote an improvement in Greece's economy. The new Prime Minister should be named in the coming days. There are plenty of things going on at the Jamestown College campus this week, but for a little more look on what the weather will be doing, here's Jessica Gulseth. Jessica?
Thanks. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Today wasn't too bad. We reached a high of 42 degrees, but with the wind, it definitely felt colder. Tonight will be cold as well. We're looking at temperatures in the low 20s with a slight wind coming in from the west. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and clear with a high of 46 degrees and a few clouds later on in the evening as we see a low of about 24 degrees. Wednesday, sunny with temperatures, much like Tuesday. We'll have a high in the mid-40s and a low in the 20s. Thursday, a little cooler, upper 30s, low 40s for most of the day, and of course cooling off once the sun goes down. Friday is Veterans Day, so take the day to thank all the fine soldiers that have served our country and remember those that have fallen in the line of duty. It will be mostly sunny and will warm up to see temperatures in the upper 40s. And then the weekend. Looks like Saturday could potentially be the warmest day this week. We might see 50 again. That's your weather, Jamestown. Now back to the news. Caleb?
Thanks, Jessica. The Jimmie women's basketball team had a great weekend. On Friday, the women handily beat Dordt College 85-56. Amber Ramlow had 10 rebounds and Hannah Steele had 15 points in the win over Dordt College. On Saturday, top-ranked Northwestern College came to the Civic Center. It was a close game, back and forth, between the two teams making runs and trading baskets. In the end, Jamestown College won after a last-second shot by Amber Ramlow. Northwestern answered with a bucket of their own, however, it was ruled as having gone in after the buzzer. Final score was Jamestown College 64, Northwestern College 62. After winning their home opener, the Jimmie men's basketball team has been on a bit of a slide as they lost their last two games on Friday and Saturday. Friday, the men lost to number 16 Dordt College 64-79. Travis Burley had 16 points and Byron Jones had 7 rebounds to lead the Jimmies. The men lost a close game on Saturday to 7th-ranked Northwestern College 66-69. Travis Burley had 18 points and 6 rebounds, which led the Jimmies in both categories. The Jimmie men's cross country finished 7 out of 9 in San Marcos, California at the NAIA-AII conference. JJ Korber led the Jimmies, finishing 24th overall. The women finished 3rd out of 8 in the same meet. Eleona Reyes led the women's team, finishing 4th overall. Well, that's the news for this November 7th, 2011. I'm Kaleb Hruby. Please join us again tomorrow when we'll once again be connecting the campus with the community.